Hello, adventurers! Welcome to another video. After many tests, analyses, and discoveries, the moment has finally come to share my take on the new Kafra class, a powerful and versatile addition to the game. In this video, I'll cover the basics, focusing on her role, recommended equipment, and essential skills, without going into specific builds, as each one will be explained in detail in upcoming videos. Kafra is a magical DPS with a strong utility focus. She uniquely combines damage, support, and team control, making her a key player in both PvE and PvP. Despite her high crit DMG and wide area of influence, her skills aren't meant for fast spam, requiring a more strategic playstyle, something very similar to how Thor plays. This might not appeal to all players, especially those who prefer fast and continuous actions. In PvE, Kafra shines as an offensive support, with an excellent set of skills for buffs, mass healing, and buff conversion, always prioritizing teammates with the lowest HP. In PvP, her strength lies in mobility and team control. With the storage service skill, she can transport allies to a safe zone, granting invincibility for 5 seconds, and even resurrect fallen allies within the rotating stage radius. Her equipment debuff and the damage boost from abnormal delivery also put strong pressure on enemy DPS. Regarding main equipment, the recommended options are Thunder Morningstar or Artisan's Hammer, Demon Hunter's Trophy or Sins of the Living, Other Shore Patrol or Horror Bones Battle Gears, Classical Robe or Leader's Pauldron, Order Guardian or Tristan's Grace, and for accessories, Red Rose Hair Clip or Steel Ambition. For shadow equipment, good alternatives include Creeper Agreement, Peak Platter, or Arcane Codex, Comet Warfare Armor, The Chosen's Gown or Tyrannical Armor, Divine Feather Clothes, White Duke's Manto or Cloud Undershirt, St. Mary's Cloth Shoes, White Gem Boots or Green Rattan Shoes, and Kraken's Eye, Flame Feather or Tibur's Hand. The recommended runes are essential to maximize Kafra's performance. Prelude Dance Curtain increases mace damage and healing by up to 50%. Customized Service adds up to 20% physical penetration and magic penetration to the target of professional match. Final Performance Gift grants up to 50% resistance to crowd control and force status effects during overload support. Mission Accomplished Rune increases the target's max HP and max SP from Whoosh. Kafra Strike by up to 20%. Stop Tasting Rune reduces the cooldown of Taste a little bit by up to 20%. And Package Detention Rune causes the target of abnormal delivery to take up to 30% more damage from Kafra. Now about the skills, Heartbeat Support, Activate, is the core ability. When Rotating Stage is active, Kafra's movement speed is fixed between 100% and 130%, depending on the skill level, and this value cannot be altered by any other effect. At level 4, it reduces all skill cooldowns by 15% and the interval between mace attacks by up to 60% while the stage is active. At level 7, it spawns a Kafra pack every 15 seconds within 5 meters. When picked up, the next use of Professional Match, Whoosh, Kafra Strike, Abnormal Delivery, or Taste a Little Bit will affect all valid targets within the stage radius, and the Love Magic Circle effect is doubled. The Kafra pack is automatically generated by Heartbeat Support level 7, appears randomly between 1.5M and 5M, lasts 25 seconds, and up to 3 can exist at the same time. Only the Kafra, who created it, can pick it up, just walk over it. Upon collection, the mentioned skills affect up to 12 valid targets within the stage, and their icons gain a golden star on the skill bar. Rotating Stage is the base skill, lasting 300 seconds with an initial radius of 4 meters. During this time, it automatically throws 3 types of maces. The small mace hits random enemies with magical damage equal to 1,320% to 2,400% of MATK, increasing by 1% for every 5 points of street. The medical mace heals the ally with the lowest HP for 110% to 200% of MATK plus, STR times VIT/2, and grants 6% to 15% final damage reduction. The healing effect is quadrupled in PvP and GVG. The large mace strikes all enemies within the stage every 5 seconds with 300% of the small mace's damage, and heals all allies for 100% of the medical mace's effect. The base intervals are 1s, 3s, and 5s respectively, but can be reduced by skill cooldown, heartbeat support level 4, and overload support. Professional Match converts Kafra's attack and one ally's attack to one of the following elements: wind, earth, water, fire, holy, dark, or ghost, increasing elemental damage by 4% to 20%. With customized service, it also applies PHY, pen, and pen to the ally. The buff is dispellable. Whoosh! Kafra Strike summons a mini warehouse that immobilizes the enemy for 5 seconds, dealing continuous magical damage equal to 840% to 1920% of METK per second. It has a 3% to 30% chance to strip one piece of equipment, prioritizing armor. It can be resisted with Force CC Resist, but doesn't affect MVPs or minis. The immobilization effect is dispellable, but the strip is not. A recent update allows stripping from targets with Amderized card, except for armor. Abnormal Delivery activates at the same time as the strip from Whoosh. Kafra Strike, increasing Kafra's damage against the affected target without directly affecting AoE damage. Taste a Little Bit offers a magical dish to an ally or enemy. On allies, it applies a random buff with 6 stacks, lasting 7 to 15 seconds. Possible effects: 25% chance for plus 2.5% PHY, pen and pen, 25% for plus 2.5% damage to mini/MVP, 25% for plus 2.5% physical and magic damage, 15% for minus 2.5% cast delay, 5% for plus 10 all stats, for percent for anti-fatal, and 1% for no effect. On enemies, it steals up to 5 dispellable buffs. Cannot be used on herself, and all buffs are dispellable. Storage Service sets up a damage-proof warehouse in the target area. Allies within 3 meters can enter, becoming invincible and unable to move for 5 seconds, with the option to exit early. Fallen allies within the rotating stage radius are instantly resurrected at the warehouse. The effect is lost if Kafra moves more than 15 meters away. After use or resurrection, no player can enter or be revived by any Kafra warehouse for 15 seconds. This cooldown is fixed and cannot be reduced. While inside, players cannot move, attack, be attacked, use skills or items, and HP/SP regeneration is disabled. Mounts are dismounted, but active effects continue. Teleport Service, after a 1.5 second cast, teleports Kafra and all allies within rotating stage to a target location. If the warehouse is within range, it is also teleported. Requires rotating stage to be active. Overload support can only be used while rotating stage is active. It puts Kafra in overload mode for 15 seconds, increasing movement speed for her and nearby allies by 10% to 50%, expanding the stage radius by 3 meters and increasing mace attack frequency by 20% to 100%. If Kafra dies during this effect, her HP is locked at 1 until the effect ends. If rotating stage ends, overload support ends immediately. Cooldown is fixed and cannot be reduced. Kafra Premium Benefits triggers when a single target buff is used on an ally, marking them as a black card VIP. For 25 seconds, Kafra's buffs and healing are increased by 10% to 50%, affecting the elemental damage from Professional Match, the PHY, pen, and pen from the rune, healing from Whoosh. Kafra Strike, dish effects from Taste a Little Bit, except anti-fatal, and attack bonuses from Love Magic Circle. Automatic renewal increases the duration of buffs and debuffs applied by Kafra by 3% to 30%. If they are dispelled, there's a 3% to 30% chance they'll be reapplied. Love Magic Circle activates when rotating stage begins. Kafra gains 3% to 30% skill damage increase, skill damage reduction, and auto attack damage reduction. For each teammate within the stage, she gains an additional 3% skill damage increase. Allies within the radius gain Kafra's P ATK times 2% plus 150 to 600 Ped ATK and Kafra's M ATK times 2% plus 75 to 300 and ATK. This effect does not apply to other Kafra players. Finally, Special Lesson Mode increases mace damage against monsters by 5% to 50%, ignores 2% to 20% of the target's race, element, and magic damage reduction, and has a 3% to 30% chance to apply snare, stun, darkness, or bleeding for 5 seconds. Note, this is a skill multiplier, not the DMG to monster stat. In summary, Kafra is a complex but extremely powerful class when played well. She requires resource management, smart positioning, and team synergy, but rewards players with field control, sustain, and consistent damage. Perfect for those who enjoy being the team centerpiece, even without being the main DPS. In the next videos, I'll go deeper into specific builds for DPS, CC, and utility roles. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time, adventurers.